Let's get it started from here. Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Renata Ravilova, founder of ghostwriting agency that focuses on lead generation on LinkedIn and founder of Compostly, your ultimate content creation tool on LinkedIn. And today we have a special guest, Serge Kuznetsov, a co-founder of INXY, that processing volumes exceeding $1.5 billion annually with year-to-year revenue growth of 5x. Hello, Serge.
Hello, Renata. Really glad to be here.
And we are here to talk about how to build an outreach pipeline on LinkedIn that generates 30 leads per month from the start. Are you excited? I am excited.
I'm excited too.
First of all, can you please tell me and elaborate a little bit of what you actually do? What is INXY?
We are a crypto processing company. We're working only with the businesses. So just plainly, we're helping regular Web2 businesses to receive payments in stable coins or crypto, convert it to the fiat on the fly and settle to the bank accounts, and also do the mass payouts in crypto or in stable coins, which is usually 3 to 5x cheaper than the regular payments, especially if it is, let's say, cross-border payments. It's always a huge headache to do the payouts. If you would like to do hundreds of payouts, it's also a huge headache. And in crypto, it's much more transparent, even though it's not perceived as this, but it is so, because in the blockchain, everything is like visible, super transparent. And we check every single transaction through the KYC processes to be sure it is not connected to any illegal activity, to sanctioned entity, to ensure that our clients got only like fully transparent, white and proper funds. Just in short, it's like this. With European license, with the license in Canada. So yeah. And we're not working with the high-risk companies like gambling, betting. So initially we focused on the low-risk segment, just regular businesses here in Europe, or also moving to United States as well. So that's in short, in a nutshell. Thanks.
Well, sounds still not that easy, but I think we can go with it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just curious, what is your history with LinkedIn and how long you've been like a active user, let's say?
It started a couple of years ago. I started initially from the Twitter, then I moved to the LinkedIn as well, so I was reposting on both platforms. I would say roughly around a year, so built around 16, 17K followers in both platforms. Almost died there, to be honest. So I burned out completely. So it's pretty hard to be engaged because you really need to spend time on engagement. But the good thing that my social rating is super good. So that's the job, and that what I was doing actually helped a lot right now in the outreach. So it's working fine. But yeah, it takes time, definitely. And well, if you're doing it alone, it's damn hard. So
yeah, like I would say like content creation is a full-time job, that's for sure.
Absolutely. And when you try to compete with the guys, because I was in a group of very big guys, like 20, 30, 50, 100K guys, and we was helping each other, we was discussing, meeting, and I just realized that I couldn't really compete with them because yes, I spent just a couple of hours weekly, and they spend whole day. And of course, the quality of the posts, the amount of engagement, etc., is, well, it's impossible to compete with them. So yeah, it's full-time job, 100%.
But I'm curious, why did you decided to switch from Twitter to LinkedIn?
Actually, I'm not decided to switch. I decided to add this to the second platform. But really, the Twitter was always changing the algorithm. So one day you're like growing, next day it's zero, next day it's really hard to predict. While in LinkedIn, it's pretty stable. So in comparison, you just post, you have the results. In Twitter, 50-50. You never know. Will it work? Will it not? And you spend a lot of time. And when the efforts are like relevant to zero, you just like, well, you're frustrated because you spend so much damn time on it. So yeah, it's just much more transparent with LinkedIn, I would say.
Well, they do change algorithms once in a while. Usually it's one in like maybe 3 months. And sometimes it does feel frustrating. First you were on top and they're like, poo, poo, poo. And then you find another way to get on the top.
From
And then
zero
poo,
to
poo,
hero
poo.
to zero. Yeah, it's
Yes,
just like instantly.
exactly. And I also know that when you started the outreach, right? So you were actually quite skeptical on this
Correct.
form on LinkedIn. Can you please tell us why?
Yeah, sure. It's pretty simple. I was thinking that in our segment of business, it's purely B2B. It's pretty long-term sales process of like half a year of negotiation and this kind of thing. So I was thinking that our outreach is not working at all because we was using our networks. Personal network. I was using the exhibitions when we also meet face to face, and I was like very skeptical about outreach. Like, why the hell should it work? But then I was meeting with multiple founders, and several of them told me that it's actually working, and just recommended one agency which helped us. Just as a very beginning, we started with the guys, and just during the tests, in the first month already, we got first qualified leads. Qualified leads means that those who we, after the call, qualified as a qualified lead. So meaning that they are really relevant guy who are really interested in our products and solutions, correct? And yes, so we already got, I think, roughly around 10 qualified leads. And I was like, what? Really? You kidding me? Yes, then we doubled the effort. And after, I would say, 3 months, we also realized that we need to build same in-house, because it was kind of a test to understand that it is working. It is working. And for me, it was like an insight. If it is working for us, come on, guys, it will be working for everybody, because we really have a very hard to sell product, not very easy to understand, and meaning that all other products should be selling much faster, much easier. Therefore, it's just it's just the matter of how you do it, and if you do it correctly, it will work, definitely, like 100%. And we started to build also our own in-house department, which is currently growing. We just started. We found the right guys. We started to install the processes, etc. In the parallel, of course, we'll still keep in the agency. Why to kill the
it's working.
golden age generation machine? Yeah, it's just so
Exactly.
stupid to do. And also, it gives us more flexibility. So, for example, we test new geos, we test new approaches with the agency, and if it is working, we can move it to the in-house to do it better, deeper, etc. So, yeah.
Yeah, I also all in for delegating more hard stuff that needs to be also tested quite quickly.
Absolutely.
And doing something easier like in-house. And yeah, I do definitely agree that outreach in general on LinkedIn works, and like LinkedIn is definitely number one, I would say, B2B platform like to sell and generate leads. I did also manage to achieve for my clients, even through content creation, some lead generation that closed, as I remember, $42,000 for one single client. And they are still with them, and they're like renewing their contract each 3 months. So each 3 months, this like flows to their accounts. So I think it's a pretty good one. Though I would say maybe outreach is really good for slightly higher checks. Maybe for example, SaaS services that maybe charge $20, $50 per month is not quite worth an effort. What do you
I
think?
would agree. I would agree here, probably because, well, in our case, the agency charges us like $400 per lead. And of course, not every single lead will close in the end deal. So, and of course, it's not a cheap, definitely. And in the cases, yes, I totally agree. But in this case, probably the content is much more relevant. It's much more long-lasting. It gives you the image of the professionals in the market. So it will work long-term, definitely. So, and the outreach, yes, at least using the, more advanced techniques doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I would agree here.
Yeah, I think also the combination of content and lead generation really do work well because, content is, I would say, not a way to sell, but a way to, be on the top of the mind of the people. And if even they're not ready to, go with your solution at this moment, but once they will have a need, or maybe they have this conversation that somebody's asking for something, similar that, yeah, you do, you will be the first one to pop up in their mind because you're all over
100%.
LinkedIn, for example.
100%. 100%. And it's also, well, because so many people around. I mean, so many brands, so many products. And that's why I really believe in the personal branding, especially if we talk about the founders, co-founders, so the faces of the company. So I do really recommend to do this for everybody, even though it's a long-term investments, but it worth it. It's really worth it. And yeah, I totally agree that good content, the connection with your clients, it will build this, well, not always top of mind. That's very good target to be in, but at least top three choices. And of course, becoming number one is the ultimate goal, but that's definitely works very well. And also, during the network and during the events, if you're, being long in the game, just people start to recognize you, which also like works pretty well.
It helps. Yeah, it helps.
Kind of celebrity.
Yes, I know what you're talking to me, what you're talking about, because I had the similar situation at the conferences. People started approaching me and say like, "Oh, I remember your post. Like you got denied with the UK visa." Like, yeah, that's me. But it was cool
Absolutely,
because
yeah.
then they turned to the leads. Actually, they approached me, they remembered me, and then like it was a lead, I would say, talk.
It's one of the points of contact. It's kind of, we all know that to do the sales, you have to have like 10 contacts, 10 points of interest from the person. Yes, so that's one of the points when they touch you, they learn about you, they know you, and the more touches you do, the high probability that they will buy from you.
I was about to say that, but yeah, thank you for sharing, and I do agree 100% on this. Let's dive into your pipeline. How does it look like, this pipeline that you do with the outreach? If you can go step by step. I do remember numbers that you shared the time on that, but if I can also share some.
Yeah, sure. So it's pretty clear that we are using the LinkedIn, we're using the emails, and using them in parallel works even better usually, because sometimes people are too stuck in the emails or too stuck in the LinkedIn. So doing this in parallel works pretty well.
For the same people, both on LinkedIn.
Yeah, absolutely, and not being afraid to touch too many times, because we are, sometimes we're too shy to do like several contacts, several touches. And I know from one of my friends, they told me about the interesting experience in India when he left the phone number, and within like few hours he got 100 calls. And he told me that's one of the best selling company in India. Yeah, it sounds crazy. Come on, it's really it really is. But it shows that well, they don't care about like too many touches. And it works because they generate like hundreds of millions of dollars. So it means it's working. And of course, you should elaborate like different cultures, because in some cultures it's okay to pin 20 times, in some cultures 5, 10. So definitely it's not straightforward approach. But it's okay. It's okay because usually are too busy. Sometimes they just don't have time now, and you are just going down within the inbox. And if you're not there, they will just forget about you. So, like several touches, it's okay. So yes, talking about our pipeline, yeah, LinkedIn plus emails. I think right now in email it's roughly around 6 touches, and I think we will increase it. In LinkedIn, it's pretty similar. I would say like 5 3.5 right now, and we will also enhance it with the, of course, with the we're trying to do a bit more customized approach, because and of course not to sell in the first messages, because it's stupid, especially in our case. It's like you need a crypto process, and then like what the are you talking about? Yeah, of course. So the important part is to get the like interest from the person. to give something valuable, maybe some insights of how to reduce the cost or how to increase the revenues, etc. So to catch the attention initially, and then try to do the call, because definitely the only one thing which is selling is the call. It's not selling through the emails. At least our product is zero chance you will sell through the emails or through the LinkedIn. So the most important part is to go to the close the deal or to move to the next step. So yeah, that's kind of approach. And of course, we're using multiple accounts in LinkedIn, like hundreds of accounts in emails, and also testing different geos, different approaches, different layers of the products and companies. So trying to also to enrich the data of the clients through the Clay or through other services. And so to do a bit more customized flow during the outreach. So the more customized, the better it is. It's always like this. So to understand what's the context, if he was active in the LinkedIn, what he was writing about, so also to mention it, but also not straightforward. Like what I see usually, oh, you wrote about this, it's very good, I'm really interested, so please buy us. And you're like, well, come on, man, give me more context, give me more examples, give me, it's just trying to sell within one letter. It's stupid, and it's not working right now. And that's a pity, because in LinkedIn, it's becoming a very clustered. So therefore, you should be you should differentiate yourself. You should be more proactive, more thoughtful in the way of how do you approach the clients. Not stupid, straightforward sales. Definitely, it's not working. It's only for me, like 100% it's not working, and for 99% of others also. Of course, there is a small percentage of the people who really need this. And for them, it would be okay even if you will sell just straightforward, but it's a very tiny percentage. So you should be careful about it.
I remember from the presentation you shared that let's talk just numbers, right? So I'll read them out loud. So it's 16,169 invites sent on LinkedIn. Accepted rate was around 20%. Reply rate was around 5.5%. 33 meetings held, and around 15 leads generated, like qualified leads, I guess. What was the period of time that you got this result?
I think that's monthly.
How many accounts did he use, if you remember?
That's a good question, because I need to double check, but it looks like it's a bit too much, because definitely we have a very limited amount of invites within the LinkedIn. Even my very advanced account, I think roughly around 200 per week, which means only 800. So I think this is data from emails, not from LinkedIn, because it looks too good to be true.
Well, I can double check. I even have a photo of that, but I remember on emails it was even more
higher.
Yeah,
even
it was
higher?
I think way higher.
Then of course, then it means it's more than 1 month, because definitely we couldn't do this amount within 1 month. It's just not possible with amount of accounts. I think we roughly use right now, I think 8 to 10 accounts in LinkedIn.
So I found the data. So it was on email. It was 80,000.
Okay, yeah, sounds like true. Yeah, correct. So probably yes, it's just 2 months. It's 2 month period.
Yeah, and email, so reply rate was 1.26%. Meeting scheduled was 103 meetings, and meetings held 57, and leads were 40, and 5 pending decision.
But I would say that you always should count it as a combo of both emails and LinkedIn's, because they actually help each other. Because probably person saw it in the LinkedIn, then saw it in email and replied to the email, or vice versa. So they're just working better in the combo.
Yeah, always better together.
Absolutely, like 100%. And I would highly recommend to use both. The good thing about email, it's much more scalable, because you just need to warm up the emails and just move forward hundreds of boxes, but the reply rate is super small. And LinkedIn more effective, but couldn't be scaled so much. So just use both advantages of the both platforms. test, and then go.
You mentioned that you're using around 8 to 10 accounts right now on LinkedIn. Do you see a visible, difference between using your own account
Of course.
and
Of
using
course.
others?
Of course. Well, first of all, mine is very advanced because it's already 70K followers. I was very active. It's working like 2-3 times better. It's like 100%. Conversion rate is completely different. The reply rate is... So you was talking about 20% acceptance rate. I think within my account, it's 40 plus. When it's just new or like say not that well developed, of course it would be much lower.
Also, I just wanted to add, that's you mentioned about several points of contact, right? And not to
Exactly.
be shy about it. Don't be afraid. I'm
Absolutely.
100% on it as well. I have this philosophy. Unless people tell me a safe word.
Shut up.
No, yes, a safe word. I will not stop. I can do it like forever.
Yeah, why not? I mean, if well, first of all, if it is not stupid directly, when it's something more like conversational, I think it's okay. I mean, if you're not pushing like, what the hell are you not replying me? I want to kill you,
hello,
so on and so forth. So
hello.
yeah,
Exactly.
Actually, it's a good idea to make a photos of you and like where you are. Are you here? It's something new.
Funny.
It's something interesting. You will stand out definitely.
To be honest, in the sales approach, I do have this also another philosophy that I think it's quite cool because the reason, like what you need to get from pitching to people and connecting, etc., is a motivated no. Unless there is a motivated no, you can continue. Because
Absolutely.
also a no is better than being ignored. I'm always like it's better to have a no than just I don't know, nothing at all.
Yeah, but the people are different. Yeah, some people are just too shy to say, get the hell out of here. They just press, report, ignore, or whatever. So yes, it depends. It depends.
Yeah, that's true. Well, previously you also mentioned that agency charges you around 400 per a lead. It's in dollars, right?
Correct. Maybe euros.
Euros. Okay.
Good question.
And also, I remember from the presentation, you managed to lower down the cost per lead, right?
Not yet. It's the intention. That's actually why we also started the in-house, because first of all, to improve the quality, because definitely the agency are not, let's say, they are interested in moving to 80% of the quality, but they're not interested in going deeper, etc. Because like what for? But within the in-house, there is a chance and the intention to do it much better, much more advanced, etc. So yeah, I do believe strategically in the in-house, but like agencies are very good for the beginning and actually for the long term as well. But for the more deeper conversation, more like customized approach, I I do believe in the in-house, and of course, this is the way to reduce the costs of the lead in the long term. But we are not yet there. I would say we are on the early stages, so not yet. Unfortunately, not yet.
I'm wondering also, how do you approach the testing messaging in the audience? Do you do it like per profile, or do you do A/B like testing
A/B
in
testing?
terms of one like A/B testing within one account, or how many messages do you test out in general?
That's a good question. No idea, to be honest. Because my main like how I'm involved, I'm more an idea generation person, and all the tech part is actually either on our team because we have super advanced guys, and also on the agency. So my idea is to give them what I think and how we can improve it, and then they test and they return with the stats. How do they do that? That's a good question, to be honest.
I see. Well, okay, got it. And what do you think then is the hardest part of the outreach?
Two things: to get the leads and do it consistently and in increasing amounts. That's hard. And second is to do it properly in the tech stack. So I mean, using the right tools, using it correctly, so your LinkedIn would not be banned, and increasing the quality of the communication, etc. So it's a long process, and it's really hard to get the skills without the practice. So yeah, that's why I think the agency at the beginning is crucial and it's inevitable. And then building it on your own will take time, definitely. It could be half a year or even more, depending on the approach. It depends on your scale. If the agency is doing perfectly well, and why the hell should you spend money to build your own? In our case, it does make sense. Yes, we do believe in long term and that we can reduce and that we can scale it. So in our case, it does make sense. In some cases, maybe it doesn't.
Okay, got it. And as you mentioned the tech stack, can you mention some of the tools that you use?
Sure. I wrote it down.
Okay, awesome.
Expandi, SmartLit, Clay, Xply, Apollo, Dolphin, and of course AI like ChatGPT, Claude, Notebook LM, Perplexity, and other tools.
Awesome. I also heard a lot of people started using Lamlist. I don't know. Have you tried it though?
No idea, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like you're
Once again, I'm
founder,
not a
okay?
tech guy. I'm not a tech guy. Yeah. I tried to dive deeper, but then shit, it's so complex. Better, I will focus on what I'm doing best. So I let the guys do the rest.
Bossing around. Yeah,
Absolutely.
not going into that rabbit hole. I just like, I need 30 leads per month.
I mean, if you like it, and if you're a tech founder or co-founder, why not? I mean, I'm not a tech guy. That's why, for me, sales, pitching, presentation, all these kind of things, I know investments and fundraising is more relevant for me. So I would better spend my time on this and also teaching my team to do it better, etc. Then the tech guys in our team will do this tech thing much better than me. Definitely, I mean, everybody can learn it, but you should understand, do you really need to do that? If you want it, if you like it, if you love it, why not? I mean, it's super important skill, which would be very, very is huge demand for it. So it's definitely worth it. But well, what you would like to do? That's the main question.
That's a good question. Like, do you want to be a founder or do you want to be a tech guy? Do you want to be a CPO? Do you want to be a content creator? Do you want to be, a lawyer? And
Absolutely.
so many jobs at once, and they're like that.
Different hats you put on yourself, especially when you're founder. In early stages, you do everything, and that's okay. But when you're growing up, you need to focus on something.
I heard a really nice quote that your job as a founder to fire yourself from as many jobs as possible.
100%, and to focus on the strategy, of course, because if you're to dive into the processes, you will not see the major changes in the market, in the competition, etc. So, and that can be very harmful.
Yeah, and you can be a bottleneck of your
Absolutely. I was this kind of guy. I would say 8 months ago, I was a CPO. And I was building the products from the scratch, and from 0 to 1, I'm like perfect guy to do anything. I can launch every product, no problem. But when you start to scale, and I started to understand that I'm the bottleneck. I do not have deep understanding of fintech industry. I'm not that good guy in the product part when you dive too deep. So yes, I figured it out, and we found the perfect guy for the CPO position. He's now leading this direction perfectly well, and I'm praying for you, because thanks God I'm not doing this anymore. No huge stress from my side.
Crazy.
Yeah, so I'm doing what I love.
It's a win-win. Amazing.
Absolutely. And I think for the growing company there is no other choices. At some point, even if you're CEO, you will have to step back. I mean, at some point of the company, it's 100% will happen. The question is when, and you should be ready for that. And it's hard. I mean, it's hard for for losing control, for losing authority, for it's kind of hard, but it's worth it, definitely.
Ego, right?
Ego. Yes, it's everything about ego, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Well, thank you for insights on the also entrepreneurial journey. But yeah, I also have a couple of questions left on the list.
Sure. We'll be happy to.
Yeah, first of all, what do you think are the common mistakes that other companies are making while trying LinkedIn outreach?
I think, they're doing it in a very low scale. like they trying only to post daily some not very interesting stuff, and then tell everybody that it's not working. It's and I think that's the mistake when the people doing in every direction. I mean, in marketing. Okay, we bought Google Ads and it's not working. Come on, what have you done? First of all, well, in this case, I would recommend first of all to hire either advisor who can do this properly, who can help you to learn it fast because you're doing mistakes. If you're doing it by yourself and you buy like too much time, or hire the agency who can do it for you, and then test it for a couple of months with a good agency. And if it's not working, well, okay, you got at least like some data behind it to tell that it's not working. But also maybe it was a wrong agency in the end.
Yeah.
So I would give it a try. It's because definitely I do believe that LinkedIn, Twitter, and email, I think that's, well, you couldn't avoid it being in the business. I mean, that's how the people communicate, depending, of course, on the geos, but you cannot ignore it. It's the same as TikTok for e-commerce right now. You cannot ignore it.
Okay, last question. You just mentioned, it's a term of good agency. What is a good agency for you, and how to define and how to, make a right decision while choosing an agency?
Super hard question, to be honest. For me, as my approach, I do believe in the partnership, in the networking. So when I heard for 4 times from different founders the same name, that's for me like bingo. Okay, I got it. That's it. I haven't checked in the internet. I haven't checked anywhere. I just went to the founder of that agency and told him, let's try it. Let's do the trial for the minimum amount for a couple of months to check if it is working or not. So give it a try. So for me, it's of course word of mouth. It's because if you trust the people, if they're really successful guys, that's very important. If they really tried it and showed very good results, that's enough for me. Just the word, guys. These guys are very good. Try it. Okay, I will lose 8K during 2 months. Well, it's okay. But if it will work out, I will gain much, much more. For me, it's like this.
Amazing. Well, thank you very much for being here today and sharing your, your path into the outreach and your skepticism at the beginning and how it evolved. And just to note, so for the listeners, you mentioned, right, so that the leads that you got from the LinkedIn right now, how much money are they?
I would say roughly it's generating monthly about 5 million of turnover. It's not a revenue, unfortunately, not yet. We're not yet there, but the turnover is roughly around 5 million. Yeah.
So pretty impressive. Well, way to go. Excited to see more of your success stories on LinkedIn. And I wish
Thank you very much.
more posting there as well.
Yeah, I will come back to this for sure.
Okay.
During the next year, I guess.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Thank you very much.